What's up, family? What's up? Now, I need y'all to know this, right? Because a lot of people been asking me this about jurisdiction. They was like, if I go to court and I change my address that I live in a rural free area, do that help out? It don't help out with your case. And the reason why I say that is jurisdiction, right? First, you have to know where it starts from. Jurisdiction start originally when the police come in contact with you. That's when jurisdiction starts. Because remember, when they get in contact with you, they collect all your information and all the information that you give them, right? And also they check the state database and see what contracts they also can use within the state if you are not compliant. And after they get those and put those two together, they will then take you to the police station. And when they take it to the police station with all of that information combined, they will then generate a bond, which means the charge. In the case, they're going to initiate the charge, and that charge going to initiate the bond. And once they able to bond over the case, then you go to court. So people will go to court and think, I challenge jurisdiction. The state do not have jurisdiction over me, but they don't even know where jurisdiction originally started from.
And apparently you don't either. You clearly don't know where jurisdiction started from if you think it's something as simple as changing your address to a rural free delivery, all zeros as the zip code. Jurisdiction starts the minute you are on U.S. soil. Even if you're a foreigner, that comes over here from another country, the minute you step on U.S. soil, the U.S. has jurisdiction over you. You are to abide by the laws of the land. Now, for regular citizens, obviously, we live on U.S. soil. So that is where jurisdiction starts. Point blank, period. Everything else this man tried to describe as how jurisdiction starts is a bunch of rubbish.
Originally, the jurisdiction started from the countermeasure that you have with the police officer. It didn't happen in the court. So stop being mad at the judges and start reading. Start learning these state statutes, because the state statutes teach you how to get out of it. It's not telling you how to get out of it, but you read it and you will find out how to get out of it. You will know the same mistake that we constantly making. You will know it, but primarily that's how they gain jurisdiction. That's how they gain it originally with the police. It has nothing to do with the court, because once they bond over the case, they subject you to the jurisdiction. So anything goes. So they statutory system rules at that moment. So all that constitutional shit is out the toilet. The moment they get their address, it's gone. The moment you have a state ID within the state, it's over with. The moment you have a passport that reflects your real information and they don't block your transaction file, it's over with. The moment you tell them I'm a Moorish American, but I live on 123 Main Street, it's over with. The moment you say you a state citizen, but you stay on 444 Porcupine Avenue, it's over with. Jurisdiction started originally with your encounter with the police. Always. And that's why I really want to teach people that. I really want to show you that, like how it originally started from. So, correct them issues that y'all have, constantly learn on this stuff, and I'm out. Man, I'm so happy right now. I'm too happy. Now look, so, I've been doing research lately about my bank. Remember I was telling you guys, Navy Federal got a requirement. They said if they don't receive the title within 3 months after the day they gave you the loan, it converts over to a personal unsecured loan, right? Now, I went through this dealership, right, over here in Florida, in Central Florida. Now, he was cool and everything like that, so they processed everything through. Now, he used to the normal routine of putting everybody registration and getting titles from the state of Florida. So I told him I had a special request because I wanted my titles to be out of state. Because if I had my title out of state, the police in this state won't have jurisdiction over my vessel, right? So now I ended up calling Navy Federal 2 days ago, and I asked them, hey, have you guys received the title? They was like, no, we haven't received the title. And can you make sure you send that in to us? Now, they don't know my plans, honestly. They really don't know. So I said, you guys haven't received the title for neither vehicle? They were like, no, we have not received the title. So that had me thinking like, okay, if you guys haven't received the title, where is the title? So I called my state, like Illinois, up, and I'm like, I gave them the VIN number and everything. I'm like, look, this the title, this the car. They said, look, this information haven't even entered our system. So that means the person who did the title transfer, he didn't even do it correctly.
Or maybe it just means that it's not in the system yet, and you should call back in about 2 weeks or a month or so.
So that means that vehicle has no title, neither does it have a registration. And then on top of that, Navy Federal don't have the title. Now, the company Ram, I had called them up today, and it was yesterday. And I was like, look, I need an MCO for my vehicle with my name and address on it. And then they asked me for my vehicle VIN number. I gave them the VIN number. And after that, they gave me a reference code. Said, look, we're going to call you in 5 days. So in 5 days, they should be looking towards, like, giving me the MCO. Because when I called the title spot, I'm like, look, what do I need to get a new title? They said, look, all you need is the MCO and a bill of sale since the car never been issued a title. So they was cool with that. I'm like, cool. Now in Florida, I'm finding out ways where you can get a title by using a bonded title, meaning you can file the bill of sale and they can bond it over and give you a bonded title, and you can bring that bonded title to the DMV and they'll give you a real estate title. And so this the last question, y'all. This is a brand new truck, a brand new Ram 2022. What should I do? Keep the truck with the title in my name and not give it to Navy Federal, which I'm gonna do anyway, or sell the truck, get $50,000 for it, and continue building my business?
First and foremost, how are you going to sell a truck with no title? Only a fool would buy a vehicle from you without receiving a title from you. Secondly, it amazes me that this man is pretty much video after video after video confessing on how he's committing crimes or, plotting on committing crimes. Like, this is mind-blowing to me. Like, if you're really gonna do the things that you say that you're gonna do, number one, you're eventually gonna get caught. These videos serve as evidence that you actually sat and thought this through. It is evidence that when you do it and get caught, all they have to do is show this in court and you're done. The proof is right here in your videos that you conspired to commit fraud. Why would you be documenting your plans on committing fraud? You got to be the stupidest criminal in the world. This literally makes no sense. And nothing he says makes no sense either, by the way.
I really want to know y'all opinion. 50K or truck? 50K or truck? Now the truck costs way more than $50,000. I came out of pocket $66,000 for the truck. But I know if I take it directly to like a Ford or anything like that, or even if I wanted to resell it back to Ram, that's how much I would get for the vehicle. So you got to be mindful of that. I'll probably get $50,000 to $55,000. But let's just say $50,000 on the safe side. Worst case scenario, $50,000. A brand new 2022 Ram built to serve, or should I just get the $50,000? $50,000 or the truck? Let me know in the comments. Well, what's up, everybody? Now look, check this out. Now I'm gonna teach you guys how to get out of all obligations with your car note. I'm gonna show you how to discharge the car note off your credit and not have to keep over all them damn payments, right? Now check this out. Now say if you bank with a credit union bank like USAA Bank, right? And you get approved for, let's say, a $75,000, $80,000 loan, right? So they're gonna send you something called a draft check. And what a draft check is like a blank check, and you can put, and you can't spend over the amount that they give you. So if they give you $80,000, you can't spend over $80,000. So say if you go to the dealership and after taxes and everything like that, the car was like 79,000, right? Boom. Now, what the banks is going to do when they send you the draft check, they're going to send you the terms and agreements. What the terms and agreements is pretty much your contract to state that you will be legally obligated to pay back the debt directly to the bank, right? Now, what a lot of times what people do is when they go to the dealership, a lot of people just don't understand this. They will go to the dealership, pay for a vehicle, and put the vehicle in the name of the bank, right? They will put them as first lien holder. When you put a bank as first lien holder, they have full authority to repossess your car. If they repossess your car, they got all obligations to that vehicle, meaning you can't resell it, you can't get your own title for it, it has a lien on it, and all that, right? Now, in my situation, right, what I done was I applied and got a loan for an auto loan, right? The vehicle came out to be $66,000, but when I got the vehicle and everything like that, the title wasn't issued, the registration wasn't issued, and also the title wasn't issued. So it has no title, it has no liens or anything like that. And another thing, my bank required that they receive the title within 90 days or the whole thing is going to convert into a unsecured personal loan. Now, this the problem. And once you convert your loan into a personal loan, right, it comes out of context with the requirements. So say, for instance, you won't be obligated to pay back, to go through repossessions, but they will try to put that on your credit, right?
Excuse me, sir, but what in the doohickey are you talking about? Nothing you just said makes any sense. Please stop.
Now, this another obligation that really tie you in the most. When you sign that terms and agreement sheet that they send you, and you accept all the terms and you accept the APRs and everything like that, you making yourself obligated to pay back that debt. And once you make yourself obligated to pay back that debt, they can make a legal claim in court. That's why you got to protect yourself. Don't sign them terms papers, like the paper that they send you for the terms and agreements. Do not sign them papers. Also, if they try to issue a title, make sure you say, I'm getting it out of state. Because a lot of times, certain dealerships, they're not good with out-of-state processing. So they might pay the state fees and state taxes, but they didn't handle the registration. And many dealerships will tell you, hey, you should go out there and you got to handle the registration and the title. What we did was we just paid the state taxes in that state to state that we basically getting that car registered out there. The whole time you ain't even got to register in another state. You just telling them it's going to another state, right? So you don't have a title for the vehicle. What you need to get is you go to USA, I want to say surety bonds, and you can get something called a bonded title. What this bonded title is pretty much proof that I own the vehicle. So once you get a bonded title, you can go to the DMV to get a real title, because they're going to give you your bonded title when you apply online, and when you go to the dealership, they're going to give you a real title and everything like that. Now, this address I don't live at. It's just an address I put down so they can send it out of state. And this is for the bill of sale. And that's how you protect yourself with cars and obligations. So if they ever try to make a claim in court, which most banks will try to do, if you never sign the terms and agreements, they can't take you to court. So I'm calling Navy Federal and I'm asking them questions about this whole thing. I'm like, have you guys received the title? They said, no, we need to receive the title. And it sounded like they had an attitude. Like they was really like had a problem with me not sending them the title. So I'm like, why they want the title so bad? Because they want their name to be as the first lien holder. Because if they name is the first lien holder, you can miss one payment, they can repossess your vehicle. They can't repossess my vehicle. Here go another thing. I never signed the terms and agreements. I'm not obligated. So that don't mean, guess what? That don't mean that you accepted that obligation.
Excuse me, sir, but why all of a sudden did you pretty much start whispering? Maybe it's because You don't want your significant other to hear the bullshit that you're telling your audience, because none of what you're saying ever happened. You're clearly lying. How are you going to get a car or a loan from a bank without signing the agreement? Like, you must think that the people that watch you are complete fools, because your story makes absolutely no sense.
Here go another thing that can protect you. Never make a payment on the vehicle. If you make one payment, they can show that in court as proof that you bought a vehicle when you obligated to pay it back. Don't ever make one payment on that vehicle.
I can't believe that this is the advice that he's giving to people. He's telling them to not pay their bills. This is the stupidest advice I've ever heard.
The moment you make one payment on that vehicle, they can show that as proof. But that's not even really the proof. The real proof, if you sign those terms and agreements and you send that back to them. So I haven't signed the terms and agreements, I haven't got the title in their name, and also I haven't made a payment. Those are three things that can take you away from any kind of obligation. And now let's get to the better stuff. Once you do all that, right, you secure the car, you get a bond and title for it, and you put the title in your name, and you don't put them as a lien holder, you either can sell the vehicle, and also you can discharge it from your credit. Because when you write a dispute for the credit thing, right, you will say there's no proof that I even purchased this vehicle. There's no proof that I even got this vehicle in my possession on record. There's no proof that me and the bank made an agreement. So the bank will be like, we don't have the terms and agreements. So pretty much that's a loss on their end. And many attorneys, they will try to talk otherwise, but realistically, that will be your best bet if you want to protect your assets. It's all about protecting your assets at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you always want to protect your assets. You never want to be in a position where you're struggling to pay a car note. You're struggling to pay a mortgage. That's why it's always important to read the terms and the conditions of any contract. Before you sign, just read it. Tell them, look, let me get some time to read this. And try to figure out a legal way how you can find a loophole into every contract or agreement. That's all it is, y'all. That's all it is. So that's my best advice on how to get out of all car notes and obligations like that. If you already signed your car note or you signed the terms and agreements and the titles in the bank name, you fucked. You better start over. I'm out.
So pretty much this video was an educational video on how to commit bank fraud and get a free car. I can't believe this man is stupid enough to actually document this type of stuff. First of all, none of what he's saying is true. It'll never work. You can't get into a lease or a car note without signing the agreement. All of that stuff that he just said just isn't true. But I can't believe that he is stupid enough to make a video teaching how to defraud a bank and get a free car. This man has to be one of the dumbest sovereign citizens I have ever seen.